Alright, what do we have today? Thanks, driver! I have to set something. What the? Right, today I'm playing Gmod again with my friend. Just stop. You know what? I'm thinking attachments. 31, 32, 22. Game's froze for some second, I know. 31, 22. So today's video we are going to showcase urban renewal, and urban decay. Today we are going to test out the accuracy. Let's see how much damage. Almost, bro. Let's see close range. How much? Nice. And then let's test out the SPAS 12. Long range. Try again. Long range. 40. And then one shot. Let's see what sights. 52. Nice. Now let's test out this range. Oh, I did. Alright. Now let's test the recard. Then for carbon. Now let's test out the for carbon from here. How much? $32. Right. Now let's see. One shot. Try again. Now. Oops, I accidentally headshotted. What about try one with armor? Try armor, aka the armor. See battery. This. But try it. So you have an extra boost. Extra boost. %. 87. Yeah, just leave. RPG! Wanna do PvP? Wanna do some fighting? Wanna do some fighting? For a 1v1? Alright.